Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of Hoi 4 tutorial.
Samantha, you whore. Daddy needs his late night poly lobby.
What was that? Hello? I alt tabbed and I saw you talking. Hello? Moving on. Templates. Lau, interactive quiz. What are templates?
It's how to set up your divisions.
Yes, good. Okay, so
That was the guess. I had no idea.
yeah, it's a good guess. It's a correct guess. So in the beginning of the game, I told you to click 3 free templates, which you get in this mode, which is
No, it told me to click 4.
Yes, that's right. But on thinking further, you need only 3. So you do XP, you do MP, and you do motorized heavy tank with no TD. This one. When you click these free templates, the game automatically creates them here for you. The converts, it doesn't exist in base game. They are coded to have negative stats, and they usually break the game when you spawn them. If you try to fight with them. But what they do is fill the entire combat width of the template. And now I will go in depth into what a template is, how to know if it's a good template, how to know if it's a bad template, what your templates should be, and why you do them in the way you do them. So, template is like how to best explain this. It's basically what your units are. So, your military police. Where is 2-speed? Shut up. So, your military police template. Let's look at this. I told you to do a military police template because military police is a type of unit which suppresses resistance. And I don't want to go into that in this guide. So you do it because I say you do it. Okay, that's why you do.
But I didn't train any MP.
Yes, because you don't train MP. Let me give you an example.
Why have the template then?
Yes, I don't want to go in detail in this. I'll just show you real quick. So I'll have the host tool. I'll transfer this state, and then I'll tag back. Okay, so now this state is not the state you start the game with, okay? You remember that. You start only with this. So when you click on it, you can see that you are currently... Well, I guess I didn't even know this properly until today since I messed it up. Just kidding. Well, not kidding. You will only have access to 2% of the state's manpower, and on top of that, you will get the following modifiers based on your occupation status. You can see that here. You can see they resist. The states you don't control, they resist. But over time, they become more and more compliant, bringing the resistance down and granting you benefits. You can see that this in this occupied territories tab here. And the only thing you do with the MP template is you go here on top left where it says territory management. You change this template with your MP template. And that's all you do. Why you do it? I will explain in the other guide. It's not part of the templates guide. You just do that. So as soon as you
Good
have...
night, people.
Good night. As soon as you have these occupied territories, you go in here, you change it from whatever it was by default to MP. In short, is because MP are designed to have the highest suppression possible in the game for cheapest equipment. So they are really good at suppressing native population, let's say it like that. Okay, do you understand this, Lau?
Yes.
Yes, or you're not sure?
No, I get it.
Okay, good. Then let's look at your heavy tank.
But does it even matter? Because I'm not gonna occupy territories.
Yes, you will, because for example, if you click on your state and hover over it, it says it's a core state. When it's a core state, you always get 100% of everything in it. However, this stuff, which you will get eventually, you can ask the UK for it. It will not be a core state. And you will need to suppress it with military police. Every nation gets it. On Australia, you will get this. On Canada, well, maybe on Canada you don't get anything. Maybe Canada is the exception. United Kingdom has the entire this. Italy has Africa. Germany has everything. So it will basically be in every single country you play. So that's why you need it. Yes? Understand?
Ah.
Okay, so I create 2 more templates here. Let's look at a simple template. So when you open a template, there's a lot of stuff to look at. And I don't know how to properly go through it except one by one. So could you have any ideas? If you
No, I get what they mean. It's fine.
No, you don't. This
No, I do. No, I do. Trust.
No, this template here is the entire game. Like, if you know what to do here, you don't have to have good micro inputs in Africa, and you don't have to do crazy stuff. If you can design this good, you can win the game on paper before you actually do anything. Okay, now if you understand it, please explain this template to me. What is this template good at?
It's good at infantry.
It is infantry, but what is this infantry good at?
Defending.
Why?
Because it's one easy defense and no attack.
Yes, that is kind of true. But let's compare it with this one. This one also has more defense than attack.
Yeah, but the ratio is better on this.
Yes, that's right. What about anything else you notice here other than attack?
It has a high break hour.
Breakthrough, you mean?
Oh, I thought it said I thought breakthrough. That's high breakthrough.
Yeah, that's breakthrough for short.
Yeah.
Then what? Then this one?
Yeah.
But it's only by 20. Right?
Yeah.
Anything else you notice?
Can I see the other one?
I don't think I can pull them up side by side. Limitations of Hoi engine. Or just flicker and then you say if you see anything maybe majorly different. Hint is in the name.
What do you mean in the name?
Look at
I mean,
the
outside of the troop numbers, then I don't see any.
yes, troop numbers is different. But where can you see that in the actual template? It is one number. You just have to find it.
Organization.
That's kinda it, but not really.
Fuck.
It's in
Oh, I
the,
flicked them again. Flicked them again.
it's this one. It's combat wit. And maybe I do 50 minutes on this single statistic. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
So this stat right here is the most important one. Now, the good thing for you is that your tanks are by default 30 wit, and that's good. You should have 30 wits on all your units. Why?
Why?
Because this mod is a 30 wit mod, meaning that every tile is a multiple of 30. So if I hover over this desert right here, you can see the combat wit is 90 and an additional attack 30. What that means is if I have 3 30 wit tank in this tile and I right click this tile, all 3 tanks will attack this tile, right? And they will completely fill the desert. So if you have 5 tanks, like you did, and attack this tile, what will happen is that only 3 tanks will attack, and the other 2 will stay in backup, and only attack if the first one fails the attack, and they can reinforce. It might be hard to show this in this. So let's take the real game.
So what, I'm supposed to circle or what?
Yes,
Okay, I got it. No need to show.
it's important because this is like micro.
There's no micro in Africa. It's all 2 tiles wide.
There is micro because you can do a lot with these numbers. And although everything is a multiple of 30, not every terrain is the same. So it does matter if, for example, you have, let me see what's a good tile. You have this tile, right? You see this tile?
Yes.
Do you see the tile is actually connected to these other tiles? And
Yes.
you can attack it from any border, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to attack this tile, which would be the best tiles to attack it from? Assuming you have 5 tanks.
East.
East. Why east?
Because I have the high ground, Anakin. It's over.
It is correct, but not because you have the high ground. The reason is attacking over a river gives you a debuff.
Nah, just copy itself.
Yes, yes. But there's another benefit. You are partially right. Actually, you're completely right. Having the high ground is good because it is a hill tile. And
Just like Civ. Oh my god.
yes, if you look at the desert tile, and do you see the top 2, attack and defense?
Yeah.
So you only get 10% attack and defense penalty when attacking into a desert. So desert and plain tile, which is like just flat grass, is the 2 best tiles in the game to attack. And they are the hardest to defend because you only get 10% penalty. However, hill is a 30% penalty. So, and a 20% penalty to defense, meaning it's easier to defend, right, than to attack a hill, because you have the high ground. So you are completely correct. So assuming you have 5 tanks, where would you put them?
2 on high ground. 3 on high ground. What?
So 3 here, and where the other 2?
2 north.
Here.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, when you attack this tile,
Yeah.
it is important that you attack it at the same time. And I will try to display this concept. Maybe on Soviets is easier. We have a simpler simulation. So this is a forest. Forest is whatever for infantry. Each infantry has so each template you design, you can see the effectiveness of it in each terrain here. So you can see that tanks are like 17%, they have a debuff of 17% on forests. And this basic useless infantry has only a 4. So that's also something you have to consider, but that's maybe not for this one. So you want to attack this tile, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't matter since everything is forest where you attack it from. But if you select it like this, imagine these are tanks, and you right click like this, and now you right click like this, and let's see. Well, you got lucky since they instantly reinforced. But this is the same idea, just in battle. So did you know you can click these green bubbles?
Nope.
Yes, you can click and you can see everything that's going on in the battle. And the most important thing is this combat width. So because everything is 30 bit with 90 bit with 30 bit for each additional direction of attack. That's important. It's not for each attack, because I have 6 units attacking here. It's not gonna be 90 plus, 5 times, or yeah, 5 times. It's for each additional direction. So if I attack from here, what will be total combat will be? With these 3 units.
180.
Why?
Math.
Math?
Yeah.
Let's try it out. Why is it 150?
I don't know, man.
It's because math. So 90, this is the original attack, right? 90 plus 30 from this direction plus 30 from this direction.
So why is it 90 from the first direction?
Because if we go back and click on it, it says combat with 90, additional attack 30.
Nah, you never showed me. Zeus.
You will see on the video, I did show you. Okay, new exercise. I attack from down here. What will the combat width be?
180. I don't know if it's bonus. Okay, it does.
Yes, correct. But what's happening in the tile? Do you understand what's happening right here in this combat?
Yeah, I mean, they're not reinforced yet.
Yes, that's right. So even though you extended the front line, or the combat width, sorry, they are not in. This is a very crucial concept which can lose you the game. So in order to avoid this, you need to attack at the same time. And now they are instantly reinforced. This is very important. Since, especially with lag, since we are playing, multiplayer, sometimes you will attack from different sides all at the same time, but they will not reinforce. So you need to check when you attack that they actually all exceeded or extended the combat width and reinforced at the same time. Okay, do you understand this?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. I wish I had a say with your tanks. I think I do. Okay, hello, here we are. This is your tank in 1939, so just before war. You asked me, and I quote, "Why did I make you train these and just delete them?" Right?
Yeah.
So there comes the converts. So converts are like empty units which start with full combat width. So every single thing you can put in is put, which means they can be converted, for example, to tanks for free. Like you don't use any XP. Equipment is fluid in this game, kind of. Like if you delete these units, you will automatically gain all the manpower and all the equipment. And this is true in most cases. You will not get it if you are encircled or if you are overseas and there's convoy raiding and stuff. You might get a percentage of it. Okay. So the reason I told you to do this was that you can go into this tab called logistics and you can hover over and see when your tanks will be ready. And this is so you can modify your production accordingly. So if you see and hover, okay, it might be simple in your case since you're only producing one thing, but if you are not sure that you will have these armored car chassis ready, and you will have this ready. So it's about the ratio, optimizing this ratio between military factories on each of these.
And why do I only produce the chassis and the trucks and not everything else I need?
Because you don't need anything else.
It's the only tanks in my division.
And trucks. But you spend the first half of the game producing trucks, so you need to spend the second half of the game producing trains. You were supposed to switch to mechanized, but without me communicating to you, it's gonna be hard to explain what exactly do you need to do. So it is this one right here. You can also design it. Guess it doesn't work if you assign it like that. So it's trucks. It's basically this. It's trucks for infantry, and it's better than it's trucks with guns and armor compared to just trucks with nothing. And that's your second template right here. Mechanized. Okay.
Mm. The motorized is trucks, mechanized is armored.
Yes, armored trucks.
And,
let's have that be the final part of this part.
ready for Sunday. Send me in, Chief.
why is motorized better than mechanized? Or why is mechanized better than motorized? So that is simple to answer. It's also in the template here. Look at this value right
It's
here.
time.
It's not about stats. Well, it's one stat in particular that's best difference maker.
It's hard like Elsumax at the pool.
The children's pool. So what is this? It is hardness. And what is hardness?
It's how much your division is made up of armored or at least protected vehicles.
Exactly.
Yes,
So how did you know that?
it says it right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I thought you would make it up something funny about whatever. Okay. So you have two kinds of attack in Hoi. Well, if you consider air attack, that's 3, but for land units, it's only 2. Soft attack and hard attack.
Wait, so air units cannot attack land units or what?
It's complicated. No. Directly, no. It's another part series.
So no drone warfare in Hoi.
No, you have chaos, but it's not direct. It's like indirect.
So I don't need anti-air in my divisions.
You do.
No.
You do. But as I said, it's gonna take too long, and I don't want each part to be half an hour. Only like 25 minutes. You know. Okay, so let's get to the bottom of hardness and hard attack and soft attack, and
But this template is not full. Why is that?
what is it missing?
It has 2 pluses. It actually has 4 pluses available.
Yes. So let's also talk about that. So you can see here it says support, and here it says combat. So this right side is what actually influences the combat width. And as you remember, this mode is a 30 width combat mode. So you don't want to go over 30. Because if you have units that are attacking a 30, let's say you have 32 width. Now, when you attacked with 3 units, it will be 96 combat width, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means you will be over the 90 limit and you will get a penalty. So it is not worth it this mode to have more than 30 combat width. You are losing stats. Second part of your question, why does it have it here? Answer, you are bad at this video game. You need to research support companies. Now, after you research them,
Only level 1, or does it not matter?
it does not matter for this example, since as soon as it's one level, you can put them in, and as you can see, it does not change the combat width. There will be another video on support companies, but the ones I'm putting are the best ones. I guess MP. Boom. Now, we have no more pluses, we have better stats, and we have the same combat width. Same combat width, better stats is a better template. Unless it's the cost, but usually
So the free template is a fraud.
it's yes, it
Oh.
is.
I mean, you don't use it. You choose which support companies to put on them.
A free template is like a base template, just so you
I
don't have to.
think I'll make my own.
Sure, but they have to be 30 width, and there are some rules, as you cannot put infantry with tanks. Like this is illegal
Why?
because it breaks the game.
Why?
Because it's not a well-balanced game. So
So it's broken.
yes,
Broken good.
it's
So I'll
broken
do
good.
it.
No, you can't do it. You will get banned.
What?
I will kick you, or I will delete your unit. Like, it's illegal. Why? Because you have. It's called Space Marines. Or Space Marines. It's like this. You have infantry, all infantry, and you put one tank. And now your infantry has high armor, meaning it cannot be pierced by other infantry. But that I will talk more about when on tank design section. So this is legal. You can only have motorized and mechanized with tanks. And you can only
So
have...
that's
Hmm?
it sounds like skill issue, not a balance issue.
It's a balance issue. It's a balance issue because nobody will do tanks. Everyone will just do this.
Yes.
Yes, and this is not good. Because some countries can do it much better than other countries. It's basically who can exploit harder.
I mean, that's what every game comes down to, right?
Not when you're playing with friends for fun. But I guess to each their own. Okay, I need to finish this part.
So I exploit in silence.
If you exploit in silence, yes. If I catch you, very bad for you. It's really easy to see, as if you can just hover over a unit and you can see what's it made out of. Well, not converts, but let's say this one. You can see it has infantry, artillery, and then support companies, denoted by the blue plus sign. Okay, last thing is hardness. So this is an infantry template. Do you notice anything when I hover?
It's not at the pool.
Yes, it's very far away from the pool. What about your tank?
Tank is in the shower.
Yes, it's in the shower. Not outside, but like in the shower. Okay. So, in short, do you have motorized? What about this tank?
It's in the changing area.
Exactly. Yeah. And what's different between this tank and this tank?
One is trucks, the other one is armored trucks.
Exactly, mechanized. So that's the main reason why you upgrade to mechanized. It's because you shift your hardness from 50-50 or even 60-40 if you're using mediums and not heavies to more of like a 70-20. And this just means that in combat you will take only 26% of the soft attack and 73% of hard attack. What does that mean? So if this template was attacking this template, okay, imagine we have equal units here. With 73% hardness, you will take only 26 of 515 and 73% of 272. And since in general, this is general rule of Hoi, hard attack is harder to come by than soft attack, higher hardness value is good. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, one thing you should consider in later, that we'll talk about later, is hardness. Like, here you can see that by default your tank is 94% hardness, which is pretty good. Like, you cannot get more than 100, so, well, you can, but it's not effective. So 94% is really good. If you have low hardness tanks, then the overall hardness of your template will be lower. meaning they will take more soft attack, and since soft attack is easier, especially for infantry, then they will be useless, more useless, or less effective. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Now for pop quiz before I end it. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go to the last save and do some combats, and you will give random answers, okay?
I'll give correct answers.
Good. Does Baric have any tanks remaining? Okay. This is a hill style.
Mhm.
What would be the best way to attack this hill tile? Assuming we have these 7 tanks here.
I would move 2 tanks from bottom square to top square.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move it real quick. Okay. So if I just delete infantry because it's just wasting my space. Okay, so like this, right?
Mhm.
Okay. There is an issue with this. And I'm not sure if I touched on it, but it's with combat width. Do you notice in what combat width are your tanks? Assuming they are 30 width, because they are, they should be. So, what tile is this combat width? Combat width of this tile?
$90.
Yes. And how much of that do you occupy with these 2 tanks? Or fill?
660.
Yes. So, when you have tanks, you should always fill the entire combat width of the tile you are standing on. This
Why?
So if the enemy clicks you, you have the full stats in that tile. So let's assume he has also tanks on these 2 tiles. If you leave 2 tanks here, and he clicks you with 3 tanks, your 2 tanks, he will outstat you just because he has full combat width and you only have half of it, or 60%. And then your tanks will retreat. And then he can do the same on top, because you have only 2 tanks and not 3, and it's easier for him to do. It's more efficient to him to trade this way with tanks. You understand why? Because you have less stats. You have more overall
Okay, well,
tanks,
Yes, yes.
but you have not filled the combat width. You're not utilizing the entire terrain. Okay, so you were right. This would be the best way to attack it. Only you need to fill the combat width. So you always need to have 3 tanks per tile. Always. It's very important. And now you click it, and what will be the combat width of this tile?
150.
Yes, you're correct.
Man.
Good job. That's all.